ever. Yo, what up, Diego? Do I have any vintage lenses? Yes, I do. I'm currently selling my Leica R's. I just listed the rest of those today because I think I'm gonna just go full Leica M. I've been using Leica M lenses for like the past 2 years, and I think I'm gonna like start modding some particular ones, and I think I'm just gonna go full M mount. So yeah, the Leica R's are being sold, and Leica M all the way. Not like specifically Leica M lenses, but definitely gonna go with just as long as they're Leica M mount. What do you think about becoming union? I think if you're getting that many jobs, then yeah, then you totally should. Like if you're at a point where you're getting tons of work, then you could have some leverage to get an agent, and it might be worth it to join the union. But like if you're just thinking you're going to join the union to get more work, that's probably not going to work. Like that's not going to work out for you. Just my opinion. Like in terms of like, I'm thinking of, I'm not in the DP, like I'm not in the camera union, but I am in the actors union, and they had to force me to join. So like you can do so many jobs for the union without actually being union, right? So that's always a key thing right there too. Like there's no point in like trying to join the union if you're not even getting union work, right? You're not gonna magically get union work just because you join the union. And it's even harder like for cinematographers, I would imagine, or if not just as hard. Because I know even with my buddy that he's in the union as a loader, like, and he, I think he just switched though. Now he like switched to being a media wrangler. But either way, like it's pretty. It's still like who even when you're in the union. So no, man, I stayed I was a must join. So after you do a certain amount of jobs, at least with the Screen Actors Guild, after I did like 3 jobs, I think you're only allowed to do 3 jobs, and then you have to join. You're like, if you want to like keep doing the jobs, You'll have to let me know how everything is sounding. Is it like peaking out? Let me know about the audio, guys. I think there's a delay on the chat. There's like a crazy delay now that I'm looking at this actually. So you'll have to let me know about that. I do want to finally put a thing on the Instagram real quick because I think more people would know about the live stream if I put it on my Instagram. So I do want to do that real quick. If you guys are talking in this chat, I can't see it for some reason. I don't think my chat is real time. I think this might be the last time I use OBS. The only reason I've been using OBS is because I want to be able to share the screen with you guys, like get in here and look at Google and stuff. Because there are these crazy new mystery lenses. Do any of you guys know about the new mystery cine lenses? A collab between Old Fast Glass and Zero Optik. Speaking of vintage lenses, since Diego brought that up, why, Diego, are you thinking about getting some vintage lenses? If there's a crazy lag, which I suspect there is, we may have to like stop using OBS. Pretty disappointed in that actually. So let me copy this real quick. Yo, there he is. I work in Ecuador. I'm working as a small DP, basically nice digitals. Currently working on getting my first TVC. Any advice to grow? And you have an FDL set. Okay, that's a pretty decent set. I mean, I don't know, man. I would say just keep grinding. I mean, the most you can do is when you're at like, if you come to a point where you feel like you might be at a standstill or something, just, sorry, let me just do this real quick. I would say just like keep finding ways to collaborate with people, and kind of like for instance, like if you're not getting the type of work that you want or that you feel like you deserve, or not even if you feel like you deserve it, even if it's just the work that you want to get, then just like get some people together and create that kind of work. Basically like specs. But it, you know, when people hear spec, they just automatically think commercial. But it doesn't. A spec doesn't. You don't have to just be making spec commercials. You can make spec films, which are basically proof of concepts. You know, there's all kinds of different like spec things you could be doing. And if they're done at a high enough caliber, you don't have to reveal to anybody that it was a spec, right? You can just say, oh yeah, we did this for these guys, we did this for this corporation, whatever. Like, you know, you don't need to admit anything unless you're asked, you know? That's what I would say about that. But I mean, it sounds like you're doing pretty good, man. What up, Still Brazy? Yo. Was anyone here last week? Because last week we were talking about the A7 IV, but I ended up getting the a7c Mark II, and the next day I had to go to Samy's, and I was able to get a Nikon Zf, or should I say the Nikon Zf. I was able to get one of those in my hands and play with it and use it, and I absolutely love it. I love the, you know, I love the kind of aesthetic of it. It was a beautiful camera. The OLED viewfinder was beautiful. And now I'm thinking, man, maybe I should swap this thing and get the Nikon, man. I really am. I know that's crazy because I literally just got this, but I don't know, man. The Nikon just, because, you know, the problem with the Sony cameras is they're amazing and they're great, but they're not inspiring. They're just like a black box, you know? It's just literally a black box. I don't know, man. But the one thing is though, this is so small and compact, and this has got the dumb hood on it, and I wouldn't even probably ever use this. I just put this lens on there for the thumbnail, but because the guy that I got the camera from, he gave me a Leica M autofocus adapter, but it's not the newest one, it's the older one, so I may swap it out for the newer one, but it is pretty cool. But honestly, I can focus faster than that adapter. But it's just, the beauty of this is it's so friggin' tiny. That Nikon's big. It's like the same size as the Leica SL2S. Not the same weight, but definitely the same size. It's a big beefy camera. Going against the grain with my new camera purchase, I bought the Z200 camcorder. It takes me back to the 90s, plus it has all the best codecs and features. Yeah, camcorders are super popular right now, man. Like, when I had to go to the camera shop and pick up my Leica, there were people in, it was around Christmas time. There were people in there buying old school camcorders. You know, guys like Austin Augie is shooting on high 8 right now. And literally when I was at Samy's yesterday, someone came in there and asked if they sold a certain type of camcorder. They're all the rage right now. I get it. I mean, but, you know, with the enhancer, I don't know. I think it's a little, I mean, this is my camcorder. You know, I mean, this is a 24 to 200. You know, you got 4K in here. You can do high frame rates, 1080p. And it's like way smaller than any camcorder you're going to get. It fits in my pocket, man. I take this literally everywhere with me. And it does really nice photos, actually. And a really high, you can shoot like 24 frames per second in photo mode. This thing is nuts. But I get it, like the quality of the camcorders. Yeah, it's something. It's something. It's old school for sure. I filmed small commercials for KFC. That's good. Bioderma, Renhouse, 2DO unit for Subaru. Dude, Diego, sounds like you're doing awesome, dude. I don't think, like, look, you're doing all the work. Like, the people, the best I would say that you could do is, I don't know what they have for agents down there, but just try to see maybe but it sounds like you're getting plenty of work. You know, you would only get the agent if you're having trouble getting work. And I don't know how the union thing is down there. You'd have to just check it out and do some research, you know, and just see, like, talk to people that are in the union and see if it benefited them, you know, because the unions are not cheap, especially to be in the cinematographers guild. It's like, you know, that's a lot of money, man. You have to check this one out. Shutter angle has the exact same variable and filters as the FX6, dude. I'm telling you right now, this is sleeper. Oh yeah, I was watching videos. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't know I was on the screen capture. Dang, that's hilarious. Okay, let me go to it right now then. Yeah, there was one I was looking at last, when was it? I was checking one out. I'm not gonna lie. I think, is it the one that they all went to the Sony, like all the YouTubers went there and they were all testing it out together? Let me see. What's it called? The Sony Z. Is it a Sony? What is it? Who makes it? The Z200. You gotta tell me who makes it. Which one is it? Yeah, it's a Sony. Yeah, dude. I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, I actually was looking at this actually because I was watching some YouTube video and they were all there. I forget the YouTuber that did it, but Yeah, I was definitely checking this thing out. That's hilarious. You bought that, huh? Yeah, these are interesting to me. It is compelling. And it is a lot like an FX6 for sure. I mean, this pretty much is the camera I have, but it's just not full frame, you know? What size sensor is in this thing anyways? Speaking of this, I was just looking at, I saw Lumix dropped a new one too. They got the their new S1R, what are the Lumix cameras called? What's cool about that one though is they have the same style of screen that's in the A7R5. That's cool, man. I love that screen that's on the A7R5. Yeah, I watched a whole video on this thing. It is cool. Yeah. So this is like the new style though. You went like new school camcorder. I mean, it's got everything you need, but doesn't it have a little tiny sensor in it? I mean, at least it has 422. What's the deal with all the cameras doing 420 nowadays? Like, I saw that like the Nikon Zf has 420, and when I was looking at the specs of this newest Lumix camera that's going to be announced tomorrow, it's 420 until it gets down, because it's apparently it's like 8K, right? But from 8K to 4K, from 8K all the way down to cinema 4K, it's only 420. It doesn't go 422 until it hits 4K. To me, it's like, well, what's the point of 10-bit if it's not even 422? Like, it's weird to me. And see, here they have it, but it's long op, so that's the difference, huh? All I is 422 and long op is only 420. I don't know. I'm too dumb for that stuff. Okay, sorry. Let's see here. 24 to 480. I meant to say variable ND. Yes, that's the one. Yeah, dude. What's up, Howard? Hey, Keith. What's up, Keith? Hi, Justin. What's your opinion on using NRAW in DaVinci versus BRAW? I don't know. I didn't get the Nikon. I was just talking about it. I was saying, like, should I swap this A7C too for the Nikon? But I don't know. I don't know anything about Nikon. You guys, I don't know if it's the same crowd, but last week they were really pumping me up about the, oh, sorry, let me go back. They were really pumping me up about the friggin' Nikon cameras, and then so they put it in my brain. And the Nikon camera, it's cool. You can like put your Sony lenses on there and still have your Sony lenses on Nikon. That was cool. And you know, the autofocus, like all the adapters for the Leica M glass and everything. Yeah, the live stream put it in my brain. And then so yesterday I went to Samy's and checked one out, and yeah, but I would have to get rid of this that I just literally got. So I don't know if I want to do it. It's a lot bigger. It's way bigger. And yeah, I don't know anything about NRAW though. Also, do you think the new Panasonic being announced tomorrow will make any waves? That's what I was just talking about too. I mean, maybe. I think should we pull it up? What is it called again? Tell me the name of it real quick. Let me go to screen share. I don't know what happened to my Google thing here. There it goes. Oh, it's because when I put it down. What is the new? It's something like the Lumix S1R Mark II or something like that, right? The leaked one. Yeah, here it is. SR12. Yeah, here's the specs on it. But they're not telling you. It's only 420. So it's got 44 megapixel high-speed sensor, 40 frames per second in electronic shutter mode. 40 frames per second in electronic shutter mode. That's pretty good, though. 8 stops of image stabilization. I think the ZF has that. 176 megapixel high-res mode. That is insane. Who's going to use... That's too crazy. That's another reason I was looking at the Nikon Zf for scanning the film. It does a 96 megapixel high-res, but you got to get all their apps and you got to stitch it together. You got to really make sure it's a picture that you want to take the time to do that in their app, you know? Like, it wouldn't... At first, I thought it'd be cool for scanning film, but then it's like, when you really think about it, you're like, it would only have to be for, like, the picture that I know is, like, a big banger, you know? And then you want to take your time stitching it together and all that. It's only $3,500, though, this camera, huh? This new Lumix. I don't know. I'm not like crazy about Lumix cameras. I imagine it will though, just because it's been a while since they dropped something new, right? So, but I don't know. I think the coolest thing about it is this open gate. Oh, will be released later. Look at that. That's how they do. You know what the bummer is about the Lumix cameras though? Why did they stop using the ARRI log? Wasn't it Lumix that had a thing? They only put it, you know, the most ridiculous thing was they allowed ARRI log in the Lumix cameras and they only put it in the Micro Four Thirds GH6 and GH7. That's so silly to me. It's like, why don't you put it in these big full frame cameras? They don't want to do that. A 1-inch sensor, surprisingly, it works great in low light. Yeah, I feel like this is 1-inch sensor though too, bro. Can you see that? All right, sorry. Let's bounce back out to the full frame so you can see that. I was talking about this. I think that I can't look at the screen because it's like way far behind, like than what I'm actually doing here. It's messing up my brain. You going back to the FP? Yo, Jeff Fagan's in the house. Jeff is in the house, guys. You guys subscribe to Jeff's channel? No, dude, I'm not going back to the FP. They were trying to convince me of that last week. No, 100% not. Although you can get them really cheap right now. You get them for like $1,000. I see them here in LA for $1,000, like a lot of stuff. But no, electronic shutter, no bueno. My settings are 24 frames, XAV-CSI. Yes, I hope so. Do you prefer to rent an Alexa or have more light? Yeah, both. I mean, yeah, if a producer comes and says that they can rent an Alexa, then yeah, I would get it. But if we're gonna get it, then we definitely have to have a full camera team. I'm not gonna try to rent an Alexa and only have like me or one guy. You know, I would want a full camera team to help with. You gotta rig those things out, you know. And I would want to get like I'd have to shell out more for like you know, one of my ACs that kind of works with those higher end cameras more often, you know, so like it's just more budget. So I don't really get to shoot on Alexas, to be honest with you. And yeah, I never have enough light. Stone fisted props. What up, Ned? Ned's in the house. DOGTIMES. Yo, a new Panasonic stated they have a Sony sensor. I think almost all cameras nowadays have Sony sensors. The Leica M11 has a Sony sensor. Like, I think they all have Sony sensors. All of them. I think they all do. Do you rent lenses? I prefer to shoot with my package and get more people, more light, and a really nice colorist against a better camera. FX3, by the way. Yeah, if we can rent lenses, we sometimes do, but normally it's using my own kit. Or like some of the directors and producers I work with, they have lenses that they want to use or something like that, or even sometimes cameras that they prefer to use. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't really do a lot. Like if we rent, it's like very specific. Like if I need like a crazy like specific zoom lens, like an ingenue or something like that, like something really gnarly and old. But we're not really renting anything new. But yeah, always try to go for the lighting package. I try to get my real gaffer when I have the budget for him. Shout out to David Goodman from Goodman Grip and Light if you're in LA. You can see a pimple on the Moon Man's ass with that many megapixels. That's right. I don't think I'd want it to. He said, Umar, what up, Umar? Arilog is for their pro video focus camera. How are you going to call it pro, though, when it's only in the GH6 and GH7, which are micro four thirds cameras? That's why I'm saying it doesn't make sense. Yeah, but it's only in those two cameras. Like, when I look it up, it's only in the GH6 and GH7. Did you see the new cam that just came out? Sigma BF? No joke. What are you talking about? Send me the link, Jeff. Jeff, drop the link in the chat. My next full frame is Sony A9 Mark III, another sleeper camera for video, or just flex and buy a Burano. Yeah, but the downside is what they don't tell you about the A9s is that they don't have a lot of like video centric features. Like I don't even think it has log, does it? And if it does have log, it's not 10-bit. The A9's not even 10-bit, and that's like the biggest downside because yeah, I agree, they have the best sensor in terms of sensor readout. The A9s are such a good sensor. I was seriously looking at like the Mark II, and then it doesn't even have 10-bit video. I don't even think they have S-Log 3 in there. Or just flex and buy it. Yeah, right. More light, bring out the sun. Man, working with the sun is hard though. Let's see if I can find this thing. You better not be lying to me, Jeff. Let's go back to the Google here. Hold on, guys. Screen share. Okay, let's go check it out. See you later, Reddit. Let's see. What are we looking for? He said Sigma BF. What are you talking about, bro? BF cameras, products. A mirrorless camera unlike anything you've seen. 2 hours ago. Wow, he wasn't lying. What is this? A radically simple 24.6 megapixel full frame compact camera. It looks like a cell phone though. Like why does it look like a cell phone with a full frame mount on it? Whoa, hold on, what is this? Evoke the essence of photography through a radically simple design featuring just 3 buttons, a dial, and a shutter release. Dude, you know what they ripped off? This is the TL. This is the Leica TL. Leica tried to do this before, but it was a Super 35. I think the Leica TL was Super 35. This is weird. It only weighs 13.5 ounces. Focus on the joy of photography by removing distractions and stripping down the experience to just the bare minimum. It's a phone. Sigma says photographers will be able to easily adjust key parameters. This is weird. It's also the first mirrorless camera to incorporate haptic feedback into its dial, center button, option button, and playback button. Weird. Look how thin this thing is. What is this? Nah, this isn't for me. The problem with this is like, this is too gimmicky. You know, like this is clearly for influencers and Instagrammers and people that like, they want the same super low profile of their phone, but to be able to like get like a true depth of field of a full frame sensor. It's a little silly to me. The problem with this is like, there's no EVF on this, so it's not gonna work for me. Like, this is a little weird, but look at 6K video, L log, weird. This is a weird camera, man. This is what I'm saying. Like, they do the weirdest stuff. It's like, why waste your time on this when they could like try to make the FP better? You know, like why not? This is so weird to me. Look at this thing, $2,000. What a weird idea. They do the weirdest stuff, man. They really do. Bravo, Sigma. Bravo. Sigma has forever rocked the foundation of camera design. Simple, elegant, a masterpiece. Brilliant. No way. This is crazy to me that people are into this. You guys are into this? Look at this thing. It's a cell phone with a friggin' full frame mount on it. This is ridiculous. I don't know. How can you say that this gives you the simplicity of it? This is crazy to me. This is crazy to me. I'd rather take $2,000 and buy an old used Leica CL and have like a true simple camera, you know? I mean, granted, it's not full frame, but come on, dude. This is weird. This is not the essence of photography. This is like something that Mark Zuckerberg would create or something. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got lost there for a minute. There is no way it does not have 10 S-Log3. What? 100 has S-Log3. What does? What does? The A1? Okay, maybe, or the A9? Maybe so, but I don't think it's 10-bit, dude. I don't think it's 10-bit. It won't let me put a link, but new Sigma. Yeah, I just pulled it up. Could you explain that 1, 2, 3 ton trucks? Here, if you ask for the truck, all rentals send you a truck with 8 Mambo combos, 20 C-stands, 5 complete flag packs equals Opal, 251, 250, 216, 1 grid, all CTO, CTB. I mean, yeah, I have heard about that in smaller markets. They just have like one package. Or honestly, like, I've seen some crazy photos of like when they were filming like in Indonesia and stuff, and they show up with like a minivan and they open up the back and like everything is just piled in there, like thrown on top of each other. Like I've seen some crazy photos online. So yeah, you probably just have like basic trucks. I mean, I can't break down to you the difference between 1, 2, 3 tons. Like the best thing is to like go online and check out like, because they all show their specs of their trucks on their websites. So I would just Google, you know, like I would Google, sorry, I got sidetracked there. I would Google, you know, just like grip trucks in LA, gaffer packages in LA. Like they'll show all of that online. And that's actually where I got the idea to like kind of build out my little van package that I used to have. And I just modeled it after one of the websites I found online. There's a lot of them. You just have to Google like LA grip trucks or something. Wow, I didn't know this existed. It looks pretty sick. You like that? That thing is tiny. Matthews, dolly, butterflies. Yeah, I mean, that all seems pretty standard, Diego. The Sigma BP isn't my lane, but I respect their dedication to being weird. You got that right. They love being weird, dude. Tons of stingers, apple boxes, and grip stuff. How would you hate it? In tons. Thanks for all, man. Really love your content. Thanks, Diego. Yeah, I don't know, honestly. Like, they're all pretty different, you know? Like, but for the most part here in LA, like 1 ton trucks, like let's just look it up. But like we'll try to find one right now. Like I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like you can go to like I'm just like drawing a blank on the trucks, man. Like just go to like Grip Truck Rentals Los Angeles. And why I say like I know you're not in Los Angeles, but you should search Los Angeles trucks because they're gonna do it like the standard way. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's certain ones that are really popular here. I'm just drawing a huge blank right now on like there's little trucks. Like I know like I think there's one called the Fun Ton or something like that. Yeah, Fun Ton Grip. So check these guys out. These guys usually, I'm pretty sure these guys put their breakdowns. Yeah, here you go. So there's a 2 ton, there's a 3 ton, You see how they do it? But you can curate these as well. You can make them, you know, you can request certain things. You can pull certain things off. Yeah, see, they have a whole add-on section here. Yeah, they don't even do a 1 ton. Holy cow, that's hilarious. They only do 2 ton. I didn't know that. So here you can see, just go to these guys, Diego, thefunton.com. And yeah, you can even print out their PDF. But this is like a great way to see like a standard 2 ton, you know? Just for grip, you know? Just for grip. Yeah. Anyways, I digress here. That will fit nice and immerse. Dude, good burn, Ned. He's talking about this thing. That'll fit nice in my merce, my man bag. Where were we? By the way, the Sigma FP, both versions are super popular in Japan for photography, especially for street. Josh, are you in Japan, dude? Wow. Yeah, that would be amazing space to do street photography in Japan. Yeah, I imagine they are. I mean, Sigma's Japanese, right? I wonder if it's going to use the Mero color space. Probably. Xavier, what up, Xavier? Now I don't feel so bad for just buying a Komodo X. I was worried for a little. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that purchase. Yeah, Ron. What's up, Ron? Sony A9 Mark III does have 10-bit long GOP. Really? Oh, the third one. Oh, yeah, so I guess they brought it to the third Mark III. They definitely didn't have any good video features in the Mark I and Mark II. It looks like an interesting cam, not for me. I agree, Jeff. Howard, did you know switching to Geico could save you 15% or more? Was that the ad that was on the screen? Was there an ad on the screen? Oh man, that's hilarious. Hold on, let me go back to the fun ton so you guys can look at the fun ton here while I get caught up on the chat. If you're looking to build out your own 2-ton truck. I still want an FP with the viewfinder to shoot raw video. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cheap way. I mean, look on Facebook Marketplace. There's quite a few of them out there right now for cheap, but nobody's really selling the viewfinder in their $1,000 packages. You'd still have to shell out like $500 for that thing. Josh said he's in the UK. I've been started to follow Japanese street photographers on X. On X? Street photography on X? Weird. Diego, why do you prefer your M Leicas against the Rs? Well, because they're just better. I think anyone would attest to that. The only downside is they're not really, you know, they're too tiny. You know, they're so small. Let me show you one. Well, this is actually one of the larger ones because this is an f2, right? So, come on. There we go. This is an f2 28 mil. 28 mil f2. You know, you can take that hood off. I mean, but you can see that this thing's tiny and this is one of the bigger ones. And that's probably the main reason why. But, you know, I talked about it in my M10 video. I talked about how Hollywood uses M lenses on a lot of projects. And Leica, I'll show you what Leica did. They rebranded all the super fast ones because the faster they are, the bigger they get. And then they get a little bigger and you can put, you know, so they're called the Leica M08s if you've never seen these before. They're just Leica M glasses with gears on them. See, they're right here, M08s. They use these on Ferrari. They use them on the Zone of Interest. Yeah, see, this is a straight grab from Zone of Interest, that A24 movie about the Nazis. Yeah, man. They're just Leica M glass. They're super fast, but they're just iconic. You know, Leica M. You know, they're just better, but they're gonna cost like 4 times the Leica Rs if you get the Leica ones. Like this one is a Voltlander. Like Voltlander's heavily slept on. They have really good glass for like a fraction of the price. But you know, if you want to go all out, you could find some older Leica M's. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing, kind of like mixing and matching. And it's only because I also use these for street, you know, for the street, you know. This is a 40 mil, little baby 40 mil. That's my favorite, like, everyday carry lens. Look at that setup. Look at that whole setup. Wow. Yeah. Okay, let me jump back over to the chat here. What's going on? Hold on. R are too big. I mean, nowadays, maybe so, huh? That's how I feel, too. My buddy hates the grip on the ZF. He tried almost every additional grip. Okay, so when I went to Sammy's, the one that they were selling had the, it looked like a 3D printed grip. But maybe I saw Small Rig make something that looks like it's just 3D printed. Either way, they had that on it, so I didn't really feel it without the grip, so I don't know about that. The one thing that I didn't like about it is, The dials are cool. They're really cool, but they all lock. You have to push a button down in the middle to change your shutter. And I thought that was kind of weird. Like who has time to like do that or even remember to do that? So I don't understand the logic behind that. But I love the way it felt. It's just huge. It's like big. It's bulky. How cheap would the FP have to be for you to buy it? It would have to be pretty cheap, honestly. Because, I mean, look, they're here for $1,000, and I still didn't buy it. So, I mean, it would have to be, like, near nothing. You know, it would have to be, like, a couple $100. You know, just, like, if someone just had, like, just the body for, like, a couple $100, I'd probably get it just to have it again, you know? But I wouldn't want to spend more than that on it. 3D printed, you say, huh? Yeah, Ned. Ned's our 3D printer of the DOGTIMES crew. Still Brazy says he has a Zeiss 40mm Betas for E-mount, a straight sleeper. I don't know that one. Let's go look at that. It's a E-mount though, huh? Zeiss 40mm Betas. There it is right there. Oh, it's huge, dude. Oh yeah, I do know this lens. That's a big boy though. That's a big lens right there. Let me go back to these. That's a better thing to sit on for our video. Let's see. Sammy's Pasadena over Sammy's in Hollywood. The Hollywood location is a mess. Oh, I had to go to the one in Santa Ana. I had to go to Santa Ana, but that's actually closer to me. Because I got a new little meter. Look at this meter I got. I love it because it's pocketable. This can go in my pocket. A little hand meter. It's super old school. Check this out real quick. Let me just turn on the manual focus real quick. So look at this little meter here. So oh, sorry about the glare. You're not going to be able to see it. Unless this thing can close focus. Can you close focus? No. That's as close as I can get. But there's a heavy glare there. But you can kind of see how it works. Like, it's super old school. You hit this button on the side. And then that needle goes there. And then you line this up. And you have... Well, I like it because it gives you all the different options. Like, you can look at it at a glance and just see, like, all the f-stops and the corresponding shutter all in, like, at a glance. It's really cool. And look how tiny it is. You can put it in your pocket. So, I thought that was kind of nice. Hey, boss, getting on the streaming grind. Yeah, Trevor, Sunday night. Trying to do Sunday nights, dude. Oh, so, yeah, Trevor was here last week. Yeah, so I ended up getting the a7c Mark II. But... I was telling these guys when I was at Sammy's the other day, I did have him let me use and try a Nikon Zf, and I'm a little hooked on that camera, but I don't think it's worth it to swap the A7C. For me, I can't seem to find one for less than 200 off the MSRP. Ron? No, not here in LA, dude. The Sigma FPs, they're everywhere. Here, I'll show you. Here, maybe they'll ship one to you, Ron. Let me show you real quick. I'll take you on my Facebook journey here. We'll get on here to Facebook Marketplace, and we'll go here, and we'll type in Sigma FP. See, this is why I like to use OBS, but it's kind of confusing. Let me go back to Facebook. Okay, look at this one, $1,000, and look at all the accessories you get with it. He got a Tilta cage, a PL mount, EF mount, V mount plate, Blackmagic, HDMI to SDI adapter, 1 terabyte SSD. He's got the loop for the back diopter. Batteries, charger. Look at that thing. He's got it all kitted out. It's only $1,000, dude. You should hit this guy up. He's in Culver City. I'd like to have a set of the rehoused Cook lenses. Yeah, everyone would. People got into it about 7 years ago. Oh, speaking of rehouse, that's what I was going to tell you guys about. We were talking about on the Patreon today. Have you guys seen the Tamashi primes? I think that's what it's Japanese for soul. Tamashi. You guys know about these? These are brand new. This is the newest collab between who is this between Old Fast Glass and Zero Optik. They won't tell us what the lenses are though, because the thing is they're all different brands. They're all different brands, and they're mashing them all together. And they're rental only. You can't buy these things. They don't want to tell anyone what kind of lenses they are. And they have crazy focal lengths because they're old, crappy stills lenses. So they said when they rehoused them, they started doing the tests and measuring them for real to see what the true focal length would be. But however, the only clues we have is that, well, they show us the close focusing, which is actually a pretty big clue. You can't change close focusing with a rehouse, and they're all from Japan. And that's it. And they're full frame vintage stills glass. So, do you guys have any takers on that? Because I'm pretty sure I figured out what the 29mm is. I'm pretty sure the 29mm T2.2 is a Chiron, an old Chiron 28mm. Because look, if you haven't seen these, look at the bokeh on these things. I'm going to get flagged again. When I played the Adidas video last week, I had to cut that out because I got flagged. But look at the bokeh on these. It's crazy. Hold on, let me show you. Oh yeah, this whole video was shot on them. So see the way they flare? First of all, they've got a lot of soap bubble, so you know they're cheap old. You know, people are obsessed with soap bubble. But this flare, look, this one looks a little bit like Leica R. My 50mm Summicron Leica R kind of flares like that. They're all different, so you just never know what these lenses are. But I'm pretty sure the 28mm, I think it's this one that shows the focal lengths. Yeah, it's this one. Let me blow this up real quick. Wait, am I still on the screen? Can you guys see the screen? Yeah. Okay, let me blow this up real quick and show you real quick. Look at this. Let me get to it. So look at this flare. First of all, this is like, that looks like a Minolta flare if you ask me. That's how the 24 Minolta flares. But then this soap bubble, look at the soap bubble. Skin tones are nice, right? By the way, this is all shot on the Arri Alexa Mini LF, so don't get too crazy. But anyways, I'm pretty sure the 28mm is a Chiron because there's only 2 vintage stills lenses that are 28mm f2s from Japan. It's either a Olympus Zuiko or a Chiron. But then when I started looking at test footage of the Chiron, it looks a lot like these. So I think I figured out one of them. Now you guys have to figure out the rest. But I'll show you the Cook lenses that I want to get, Trevor. When I become a rich man. When I become a rich man, I'm going to get these. Where are they? Oh yeah, they're called SP3s. Yeah, that's what they're called. The Cook SP3s. And you already know, I'm going to get them in M mount. These are amazing. These are what I would get. They said they're going to put them in M mount, but they never did. You have to buy the mount separately. But that's okay. I only want 3. I want the 32mm, I want the 18mm, and I want the 75mm. I think that's what I would get. Just those 3. They're rad though, dude. These lenses are so nice. CPV did a big video on them. You guys probably saw that video. Okay, I'll let that play while I get caught up on the chat here. That camera isn't too light for you. The small Sonys weigh like nothing. I know, but I kind of like that for like, you know, when we go back out on the travel dock, because I'm already going to have this as my main camera. So, you know, I don't want to have, this is so, I love how featherweight it is. Pepperweight. I love how light it is. But yeah, it's not inspiring to use. It's just a tool. What do you think about new fundraising color meters? I'm thinking on getting a nice color meter, but they're very expensive. My light meter is a classic Sekonic Cine version. Yeah, I mean, you got the original Cine one that doesn't have a touchscreen. Those are super popular. I would hold on to that because those are like antiques now. But as far as color meters go, I wouldn't chimp out on that. I would get the Sekonic because all the ones that are like on Kickstarter and stuff, they're not impressive to me. Okay, what up, Ron? He's in Houston. Unfortunately, I only saw a kit for like $2,000. Dang. JMSD Films, what's up, dude? Just seeing you in here. Wow, man. So, guys, my man, he covered the Super Bowl, I believe. Didn't you cover the Super Bowl, dude? We saw you over there covering the Super Bowl, man. That was awesome, dude. Congratulations on that. Let's see. Diego says, Tamashis look dope. The 22 it is in Olympus. Yeah, see. So, see. See. He already knows. There are a couple of Olympuses in there for sure. Color matching across brands. That sounds like a nightmare. Somehow they did it, and they're being super secretive about it. But it makes sense, you know. They would have people like me going and buying them up and then making a YouTube video about it, and then they wouldn't be able to make their awesome sets anymore. Tactical Operator Run and Gun Duracoat Master of the Deserts of Utah. Wow, that's a hell of a name. That 45 f2 is a Minolta. I was thinking that too. It's definitely the Minolta, huh? I mean, there's not too many lenses like that. But they did say, like, it also might not actually be a Minolta, you know what I mean? Like yeah, because it says a 42. So yeah, that's what I was saying. It's either a 40 mil or 45 mil, right? Because other than that, it would be too far out, and you know what I mean. Okay, let's see. My FD24L 1.4 flares like that too. Yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like a lot of the vintage lenses from that era kind of, you know, it's the same as today. You know, like imagine like if we could go way ahead, like 40 years from now, and think about like the dudes in 40 years from now that'll be like, yo, I found this crazy Sony lens, man. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like all the lenses that are being made right now kind of look the same, right? Like the way they render stuff. So I feel like, you know, all the vintage lenses from like, if it's from the same decade, they all essentially perform the same way. I mean, that's not totally true. I mean, I know they each have their own unique little quirky characteristics. Like Minolta are very quirky lenses, but a lot of them kind of similar, you know. Plus two, you know, in the 70s, Minolta was sending out a lot of glass to other people. I mean, we already know that. So because there were other bigger factories that were making their own glass like from the ground up, which Minolta was doing, you know, and so and there was a lot of, there wasn't as many back then as there are now, is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. You say flare, I say a total absence of any corrective coatings. Yeah, I mean, yeah, either way. Phil Films, what up? Have you looked into the OG Nikon Z6 with the external 12-bit ProRes RAW upgrade? 24.5 megapixels, good in low light, has really nice skin tones, uncropped 4K downsample from 6K. No, not the Z6, but that's the older one, right? Because like, isn't the Z8 the newer one? And apparently that's where they got the sensor for the Zf. Yeah, I gotta say, you know, I was trolling a lot on Nikon, and I gotta be honest though, like I kind of you know, I'm kind of like, I'm warming up to them now for sure, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. The Minolta 45mm is butter for the old anamorphic adapters. I have one, 100%. Yeah, that was my first main taking lens for when I had the Ivoscope way back. I don't know, what was that, like 4 or 5 years ago now. Yeah, that was the first taking lens I had, because you can get those for like $80 or something. Yeah, those 45 f2s are crazy. How much would you think if you buy all the lenses? 21mm is 2K. Of course there is crap lens, but some are expensive. What are you talking about, Diego? Which ones? Which ones are you talking about? Oh, you mean like if you figured out these Tamashis? or the Olympus Zuikos or whatever? I think Olympus are cool lenses. I had a few of them when I first started collecting vintage lenses. And they were cool. I liked how small they were. I liked the kind of interesting like rubber grip on them. They were cool little lenses. I didn't really think they were that unique in the rendering though. Not the way, like, I never would have foresaw lenses like that being rehoused. Honestly, I didn't. But then again, I never like saw like rehousing a Minolta either, and they totally jumped on that bandwagon too. The classic Nikon manual lenses make beautiful images. I have a set. Dude, I feel like everybody I know, like so many DPs I know have the Nikons. Like one of my favorite DPs here in LA, John Schweigart, he shot the 2 first short films that I directed. He's had a set of Nikon AIS since I've known him. Yeah, a lot of guys swear by those. The Tamashis. Yeah, you can't buy those though. These aren't for sale, guys. These Tamashis are rental only, so you'll only ever be able to rent them. But yeah, if you can figure out, like, you think you know which ones they are, I guess try to build a set. That'd be hilarious. Maybe I should do that as a video. Like, document the whole journey. Like, testing out each one. Nah, this isn't the one. Then you gotta resell it. Okay, JP, I need a dip. Have to be at work in 5 hours. All right, Ned. Thanks for stopping by, brother. The mechanics are also outstanding old Nikons. Kaipon 28 is cheap, but not all are. Yeah. Oh, the Chirons? I'm pretty sure it's this Chiron lens. Like, on eBay, they're pretty cheap, though. But they're not all Chirons, because Chiron only has, like, a couple focal lengths. But yeah, see, I already pulled it up. 28mm f2. It's cheap, dude. Oh, and it's made in multiple mounts, too. I wouldn't get the Canon FD one, though. This one's Nikon mount, though. Yeah, this one's $329, though. It's interesting. Some of them say precision on them, and then there's some that don't. So you might have to do a little bit of research on it. It is a very interesting idea, though. I'm almost positive it's this lens. But I could be wrong. It could be the Zuiko, but the Zuiko didn't look like that. Because that's the main characteristic of these lenses. They have the soap bubble. And not all vintage lenses have soap bubble. Now, I did find on a Reddit where someone was talking about how they might be speed boosted medium format lenses. And they may just be like building the speed booster inside the cine housing. That was a smart idea though. Later y'all, and if you're not on the Patreon, it's where it's at. Shout out to Ned. He's always plugging the Patreon, bro. We love you, Ned. Yeah, so the Tamashis, that might be a fun video though. Let me know if you guys think I should do that. Hit the like button on this video if you think I should do my own quest of figuring out what these Tamashi lenses are. By the way, that the Tamashi is Japanese for soul. I watched the little documentary on it that they made. You guys should watch it too. It's good. Watch it after we get done here. How long have we been going now, dude? This is why it's hard on OBS. Like, there's no way to keep track like how long I've been streaming or anything. Like, none of this makes sense. Like when you, oh, there it is. I see it now. 48 minutes. Cool, cool, cool. Which mount would you have? Oh, on the Chiron? I would buy this one right here. The Nikon mount. Nikon's pretty, well, the downside is that means that this lens is going to rotate the wrong way. That's my biggest gripe about Nikon stuff. It's all backwards. Actually, I was going to say get this one, but I wouldn't because it's going to rotate backwards. It's going to focus backwards. You don't want to have that crazy of a mix. Like if you're building this set or you think you're building it and then like you have one or two Nikon mounts and they rotate the opposite way of all the rest, dude, that's going to be not good deal, dude. So maybe get this. Look, they got one in the OM mount. There you go. Right there it is. So that might be the same lens because I saw the Olympus with that too. And now here's this one in an OM mount. Look, it's all bent up though. You ain't gonna be able to get no cine ring on that. Man, that would be the one to get though. The Olympus OM mount. See, it's got a dent on the filter ring. You can't get a cine ring on there though. But yeah, they made them in like every single mount. That's crazy. Look, there's one in Minolta mount. Don't get that one. Do not get that one. You want to get one that's easy to mount to a more like universal mount, you know? I would try to get the OM one if you can find one that's not banged up. Have you looked up the Helios for? Yeah, dude. Oh, come on, Trevor. I already had that lens, man. Do it for sure. I don't know, dude. Are you trying to buy it right now, Diego? Don't make any purchases right now, dude. Just chill, man. Don't jump on that. You got to research it, man. I love that lens, bro, and they're dirt cheap. Yeah, I know. I feel like everyone goes through the Helios phase. I had all of them. Dude, before I had this YouTube channel, I had all of the Russian lenses. I had all of them. I had the 16mm, 28mm. Which ones I have now? I had 16, 28. I think I even had a 24. I had like 6 or 7 of them. I had all of them. And then like the popular ones, like the 37, the 58, the 80. Dude, I had all of them. Yeah, I probably should have never got rid of them. Okay, I found that dude's FP listing and bookmarked it. If it's still there when I get paid on this editing job, I'll bite. Dang, I'm having you guys buy all this crazy stuff. Just do your research, man. Just make sure that he sends you a video of it, because you're buying, you got to, you know what to do, just make sure you do due diligence. Rotation orientation equals problems for the focus puller. 100% it does, or for just you. I also have the Zeiss Biotar that the Helios 442 is based on. Old lenses are my jam. Yeah, that's all they were, right? They were ripping off Zeiss lenses. Why not FD? Because they're a nightmare. Like, who's gonna... I mean, unless you're gonna just buy them up and then send them off to a rehouse place immediately. But, Diego, you balling like that, dude? I don't know, man. Like, if you're balling like that, I would just go buy lenses that are already rehoused, I mean, I guess, though, if you're trying to do something super unique, then yeah. But I'm saying, like, if you're going to go through a very slow process, like if you're a poor man like me, you would have to mod them yourself. And you don't want to deal with modding FD lenses. It's just a pain in the ass. There is a FD28 F2 SSC, but it is rare and not talked about that much. Dang, maybe it's that one then. It might be that one. Nikon system is so good for colors. I know, I agree, Alex. He said also when paired with high-end Zeiss glass, I shoot on the Otis series. Oh man, those are like crazy good. They're so good, they're too good, dude. Let's go back to Tamashi. I just try to keep something on the screen. Anyways, he says that he shoots on the Otis series. It's an unbeatable combo until moving up to Red, Venice, Alexa. What do you mean, Nikon and Otis? What Nikon camera are you using Otis lenses on? That's a crazy, like, huge lens to be putting on a mirrorless camera, though, isn't it? Ron says, I almost bought a 44 before Russia invaded Ukraine and they jumped up in price. Wow. I have a few Canon FDs. Yeah, Trevor's got them all, dude. Phil Films. Tachyamar lenses are good, too. Yeah, Tachyamars are the silent sleepers. I know a lot of dudes here. They call the Tachyamars poor man's cooks. Might be. A lot of them have the thorium too, so they all the old super tacs have the rare earth elements too, all of them. I never got into them though, but you can get them for cheap. The Zeiss Otis are my dream lenses. That's what Trevor says. They are cool. I forget what they used to call them. Like, I think it was Matt Duclos. He was calling them like, he said they're like, was it the Ultra Primes? I think the Otis are the poor man's Ultra Primes, and then the ones that I had, the Milvises, are the poor man's Supreme Primes. I'm pretty sure that's the way it goes. Diego says, I have the 28-2 and is not like that. The bokeh is way different. Which one? FD. Oh, you have the FD that he's talking about, Diego? Trevor said, I almost sold everything to buy a set of Zeiss Otis like 10 years ago. I was infatuated with them. They're too big. They're ginormous. Speaking of Otis lenses, though, they are dropping new focal lengths. Or actually, it might just be like a new line altogether. Did you guys see those? They're dropping a whole new line of Otis lenses. Where did I see that at? Yeah, these are the old ones. I must have saw it in like an email or something, but they definitely have new Zeiss Otis lenses coming out. That's definitely a real thing. So what that means, Trevor, is that the older ones are probably going to start dropping. Let's see if they got any out here on the used market. Yeah, look at this set, 7Gs. 7 grand for all three though. That's a good price. Yeah, those are, and these ones have already been modded by Duclos. What I love is like in Duclos I was gonna have them do it with my Milvis lenses too when I had the Milvises. I love how they do this. They put the big huge 95 mil. It's like they really make a true cine ring for like your matte box, you know? Yeah, they're cool, but they're just so big. They're ginormous. They're so big and heavy. But that's a good price, 7 grand for that. That's pretty good for all three. One of the most expensive film purchases I've made, worth every penny. It's a buy it for life lens and it holds its value if you ever need to sell. What? Oh, the Otises? Yeah, I mean, I feel like I would have to really dumb them down with filters though. Why you hate modding FDs? I fight that every day. Have to make a custom donut to work with the matte box without follow focus not jumping. Well, there you go, dude. You answered your own question. They're too big. That's not what she... Oh, man. 7 grand. That's a good price. Yeah, Trevor. Look, I think I just made a third sale for someone else. These Facebook people should be hiring me as their broker. Look, I mean, even this 55 mil is only 1,300. Do you know how expensive these lenses were like just like 3 or 4 years ago? You could never get these for this cheap. This is insane. This is also a reflection of the market right now though, guys. Because look at this one down here. This is like a normal price. This guy in Arizona doesn't know what's going on. He's got his listed for $2,900. The same exact lens. Wait, yeah, that's the same exact lens, right? This one's $1,300. Wait, what's going on here? Is this the same lens? Yeah, it's the same exact lens. Oh, his is the ZE though. Yeah, you don't want that. ZE. That means the app, or no? Yeah, it's the same exact lens. What the hell's going on? Wow. Yeah, see, but he's out of the loop. He doesn't know how bad LA is struggling right now. This guy's selling his for $1,300. That's crazy. Yo, Henry, any tips for building an MD record set? Just got back from Tokyo, and the used camera stores barely had any in good condition. I'm in Australia, so local selection is pretty limited. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. eBay's your friend at this point. You know, unless you got like a good Facebook market out there, like you can see, like I use Facebook Market for everything. I really do. But again, it's my market, you know, it makes sense for me. If you don't have like a good market where you're at, you could just be limited to holy crap, look what oh no, that's the 2.8. Sorry. I got caught off guard. I thought this was the Hollywood. I saw Contact Zeiss 28 mmj, but it's the 2.8. It's not the Hollywood. I got excited for a minute because that's cheap. 300 bucks for the Hollywood, that would have been crazy. Yeah, maybe just eBay if your Facebook market ain't no good, Henry. Still saving up for them light Summilux C lenses. Ooh, yowzers. Zeiss Otis 55mm is absolutely nuts. It's even more nuts when it's $1,300. I still can't believe that. Oh man, we accidentally clicked on this. Yo, so speaking of that though, who brought up the MDs? Henry? Check this out, Henry. I'll show you right now if you want a good guide. Dude, they rehoused every single one. I did a video on this actually. I kind of trolled these guys a little bit. But look, they did all of them. All of them. Man, this was my dream. I had all of these. Well, no. I didn't have the 200mm, but I literally had every single one of these lenses. I had all of them. The 17mm, I don't know. No, I didn't have I had the 16mm. So instead of the 17, I had the 16. But I had the 21, had the 24, had the 28, had the 35, 45, 50, 58, 85, 100, and I even had the 135. So I had all of these except the 200. And now I only have the 50 and the 24mm. That's all I got left from Minoltas. They're all gone. Things get hard. When things get rough, it goes like this. Like I start selling lights, and then I'm like, okay, and then I start selling lenses. Okay, hold up. For EL Zone, could you just make that into a LUT on DaVinci Resolve, DCTL, and upload that LUT on any Lumix cameras to check your exposure in camera? You would have to do a little bit of coding, but I don't know. Yeah, I think you hit me up with this too. People have definitely done that, so you might want to like search that a little bit because people are definitely already doing that. Howard, for sure, people are definitely doing that. Don't like Zeiss lenses. They are too sharp. They are. He recently filmed with CP2s. Hate them. CP2s. Yeah, those are basically like the ZFs. And then he said the CP3s hate too. Supreme Prime Radiance had to use strong filters. Just standard speeds and super speeds are so cool. Yeah, the Mark 1s. The very first ones. The original super speeds, dude. The originals. Those are awesome. Those are the lenses you should get, Diego. The very first ones, dude. Let's see if we can find them. Nobody's gonna have those. Oh man, where'd my Facebook go? Oh, it turned into... I accidentally went to staff me up. Let's see if anybody has the first Zeiss super speeds. Sometimes they're on here, but you know, they're like 60 Gs. Look. Oh, that's the Mark II. He's got a set of 5. $65,000. Holy cannoli. It's the Mark IIIs though. Look how expensive those are. Holy crap, dude. Mark II, a lot of Mark IIIs on here, dude. A lot of Mark IIIs. 74 Gs for these. These aren't the ones though. Those aren't the ones that I'm thinking of. Yeah, Diego, if you want to get in. Now you could get the 16mm ones, and they're way cheaper. Look at, you get the 16 millimeters. Oh no, these are the ultra primes. What the hell was I talking about? Look here. Oh. You know what? I saw a dude that he found one. It was the 35mm, or no, I think they actually make a 32mm, and it was just one lens, and he had it on an Arri, and he did every job with his 132mm Zeiss Super Speed and his Arri Classic, and then he did all of his work on just that one lens and that one camera. That was boss mode, dude. Howard, someone already did that. Yeah, I thought so too, Ron. 100%. Zeiss Otis 55 mil for 1500, 1600. What is happening, bro? That's the market. Trevor, where are you at? What part of the country are you in? Los Angeles is hurting bad, I'm telling you guys. Howard said, dang, if someone beat me to it. Oh, you were going to do... That's why you're asking, Howard? You wanted to build the LUT? Yeah. Almost there, missing the 20, 24, 35, and 24 to 50. Oh, you're talking about these Minoltas? Yeah, they're still dirt cheap. They're still super cheap. You can still get all of these for very affordable prices. 100%. You got to be careful, though. This 21 mil, I had mine CLA'd and everything. And I got the MCX. I got it CLA'd, so they took all the falling, you know, because the 21 had the foam that breaks apart in there. They took that out, completely cleaned it at Steve's camera in Culver City, where I get all my lenses CLA'd. He does all of Duclos' overflow. So I took it there, and it still didn't match any of the others. It had the weirdest warm color to it. It was like yellow almost, or not yellow, like, because you don't want to listen to what color I say it is because I'm colorblind, but it was just like a weird color that 100% did not match any of the other Minoltas that I had. It was so weird, that 21 mil. And that was like the breaking point for me, and it was during the strikes and stuff, so I was like, I'm selling these. Super Speeds Mark 1 in Ecuador, there is one set, but they're only Super 35. Yeah, that's right. The first ones are Super 35. That makes sense. Yeah, I forgot about that. You could rent them for $350 a day. Yeah, you could rent a lot of lenses for $350 a day. Oh, Trevor's in Boston. Shout out Boston. Yeah, that was cool. We went through Boston. That was one of our spots that we went through when we were on our travel dock last summer. It was cool there. I wish I would have been able to spend longer time there. Boston's crazy energy there. Ron says, what's happening is LA film industry is dying and people are selling everything off. That's what it looks like, right? Yeah, dude, it's bad here. In all of the groups that I'm in, they're all talking about, there's like multiple dudes that have sold their entire grip trucks and went back to like 9 to 5s. It's just super slow here, guys. I barely work. Like, honestly, like, if it wasn't for this YouTube channel, I would be so screwed. You know, like I just got lucky that I started this channel when I did, honestly. Because probably like 2021, maybe 2022 was like my last good year. So 23 and 24 were like dirt years, you know, just like whatever. And like, there's nothing like on the foreseeable horizon. Yeah, it's been a little wild out here, to be honest. It is sad. Yeah, Ron, it is sad, dude. It's weird, man. I don't know. You just don't know. It's like that's why I'm like trying to get back on the road and like just keep doing like my passion project thing, because like there's not like a whole lot here going on. Here's my lens. Anybody want to buy this Zeiss Milvis lens? Here's mine for sale. Isn't that funny? They show you your own stuff. This is the only one I have left from all of my Milvis lenses. I sold them so long ago, and for whatever reason I was holding on to that 18 mil, and then finally I'm like, I don't need this. I never use it. Hopefully it moves around the country and pops back up somewhere else. Yeah, I think honestly it already has been doing that. Like, and I feel like a lot of it also might be because during COVID, a lot of people left here and they went to like Texas, North Carolina, and those places where they went, and they took a lot of like you think about Danny McBride, right? During the pandemic, Danny McBride went out to, he took his whole production team to North Carolina, and so many of the actors that he normally works with went with him. Or is it South Carolina? It's one of the Carolinas. They all went with him. And that's kind of like a going trend, you know? Think about like the Joe Rogan Club, like all the people associated with him, they all eventually followed him to Texas. Like, and those are just the ones that are like insanely popular, right? But they're definitely not alone in doing that, you know? So yeah, and certainly the way the industry is now, dare I say, maybe you don't need to be in LA anymore. I just don't know anymore. Are you accepting assistant jobs? No. Well, no, I don't. It's if it's only for like I don't no I don't submit for that kind of stuff. But if it's people I know, then I'll do it. Like I'll do like if it's someone I know and they just usually I'll do whatever they want me to go do for them. That's really how I got into gaffing and then got stuck gaffing for like 3 years of my life because I was just available to my DP friends. But no, I've only been an AC once. Normally what I'll do is camera op jobs. I'll definitely go do camera operator jobs, but it's just like nothing right now. It's just really, yeah, it just kind of is what it is. The plague blew a hole in so many industries and they're not recovering. Yeah, 100%. Yep, 100%. Well, I think we got a lot of research in tonight. 183 people stopped in. That's nuts. Looks like we still got 21 in here right now. That's rad, man. The live streams have been awesome, dudes. I've been loving this. Yeah, dude, we got in a lot of research tonight, dude. We talked about these Tamashi lenses. Where'd they go? I lost them. This stupid Sigma camera. I'm not a fan. Yeah, you guys got to look at this fun ton here, so you know like what's in a 2-ton truck. Oh, I know, Diego. If you want to know what I had in my 1-ton, not that you're trying to build a 1-ton, and with mine was a little unique because mine had to be both grip and lights. But I did a video on this, dude. Let me send this to you real quick. I'll drop this in the chat. This is like one of my favorite videos, and I just wish more people would watch it. So. And what I do is I took inspiration from a movie. I think the name of the movie is 18 and a half. And it doesn't let me type in the chat? Oh man, it doesn't let me type in the chat. That's so weird. Well, anyways, for whatever reason, it won't let me drop this link in the chat. But this is the video right here. Can you see this down here at the bottom? Yeah, you see this one called Hollywood Lighting? It's right here. If you go to my homepage and you scroll down, go to the Slept On playlist. These are the videos that I was like super proud of that I feel not enough people watched, by the way. That's why it's called the Slept On playlist. I'm so super proud of all these videos and nobody watched this one. It's called One Powerful Lighting Package Rules Them All. And it's total inspiration from a ultra low budget movie called 18 and a half. I believe that was the name of it. That's the one you should watch for inspiration on a 1-ton, Diego. But it's grip and lights, so it's like super low budget indie 1-ton, but it's modeled off of that movie's 1-ton. That's all they had on that movie was a 1-ton. And if you want to see what movie it was, we can pull that up real quick. 18 and a half. I thought that was the name of it. Oh man, it must have been called 8 and a half. Was it 8 and a half? I could have swore it was 18 and a half. It was 18 and a half. Yeah, IMDb's all messed up. Look, the industry's hurting so bad. Oh, I just saw it. The industry's hurting so bad, IMDb doesn't even work anymore. There it is. Yeah, it is called 18 and a half. 18 and a half, 2021. Yeah, this movie's, I don't know, it's an okay movie, but I mean, I enjoyed it, but it's like super ultra low budget, shot by Ellie Schneider. Really cool video. If you guys get a chance, just go check it out. I think it's good. It's a good video for anyone wanting to know, like, it's such a and this is the reason why I made the video is because it's such a well-rounded kit. It really is. I mean, they did a whole feature film with it, and it's just, we all fit in a little tiny Nissan van, like, so that's why I made the video. In the way I did it, it's like, even if some of their fixtures were like super expensive, like I give other options that are like pretty similar in terms of output and like more like budget friendly. So you guys go to check it out when you get a chance. Bookmark it. Texas needs to give better tax incentives for production here. It might happen. I'm surprised they don't. Could I show my reel? Ron says that sucks. You need admins. Is that why people have admins? I mean, I know for like bigger channels they have trolls and stuff, but is that why they do admins so you can share links? Huh? I never knew that. Maybe right. Could I show my reel? Yeah, I mean, you guys can go watch my stuff. It's not like, there's nothing great about it. It's just justinfilm.com. You go to justinfilm.com, and my stuff is on there. That's a street photo I took. But this is just like, I don't know, like my reel's just kind of sloppily thrown together. I'm not really big into like making my reels, but if you go here, like I have all my different categories, like music video. And then what I do is I just like put the whole music video on there. You know what I mean? Like if people really want to see your stuff, well, this is what I did too. Like I made a reel for each category too. So this is just like, but I don't know. My stuff's pretty mediocre, honestly. I mean, some of this stuff, you know, when I have actual crew, like this is one I'm super proud of. I'm just like stoked about that video. And then I did this one for Harper. He's got a huge fan base too. This is like hardcore rap. It's awesome stuff here. I'm like super stoked about this one. This one also is the same director of the metal one. So these are like some of the more recent projects I've done. I bet you this one has a ton of views too, because he's got a huge fan base. Yeah, that one's 223,000 views. Yeah, so that's like my latest stuff. There's music videos and stuff. Do you know why using the gyro data for stabilization in some Blackmagic pocket cameras gets rid of some rolling shutter performance? I saw some videos show that it does. Yeah, it's because it zooms in. It zooms in. That's all it's doing. It's just zooming in. You know, basically like how you know how the warp stabilizer zooms in, and you know that's all it's doing. It's just like it's zooming in and like rotating it, and like you know, it's not like any sort of magic. It just applies a correction based on the gyro data. Exactly, but exactly. If you scale down the footage, you can see what it's doing 100%. But at like, yeah, layman's term, they're zooming in. They're basically just doing what warp stabilizer is doing. Nice Dinos animations. Huge generator for that lights, 80K minimum. Oh, no, those are yeah, maybe. I had a real gaffer on that, so I can't recall. But yeah. We got extra lucky. We had a really great gaffer on that. It's a guy I've only worked with one other time. And the other time I worked with him, I was just operating. So it was like my first time working with him as a DP. He's super knowledgeable. Yeah, he was running everything off of DMX. So it was cool, man. But yeah, man, that's like the latest stuff I've been doing, music videos and stuff. You know, just the old standbys. Cool, man. Well, I don't know, unless you guys got something else. I think we're gonna wrap it up. I actually I've been came down with a little bit of something, but I've been taking Zycam and stuff, and it's been going good. But yeah, I was hoping you guys would give me some insights on the Nikon Zf. There's no Nikon Zf users in here, huh? The bad thing about it is it's only 420. That's my thing. Like they're advertising all these cameras right now as 10-bit, and then you go and look, but it's only 420 10-bit, and it's like, it's not like true 10-bit, you know, in my opinion. But I don't know. It's an intriguing camera because it's inspiring. You know, that's why I shot on the Leica for so long, because it's just like an inspiring camera to use. Whereas these things are just like, it's not exciting when you get it. You're just like, yeah, it's a tool. All Sonys pretty much are the same. So you're like, yeah, I know how to use it. It's cool. It is what it is. It is what it is. 420, no bueno. That's what I said too, man. That's what I said too. Yeah, guys. All right, man. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Thank you so much. On your way out, please hit the like button. That really helps out the channel. And yeah, dude, stay hanging in there. And let me know if you guys buy any of that stuff. Peace.